नमस्ते सुमित्रा सुपुत्र अभिवन्द्य नमस्ते सदा कैकेयी नंदनेट्य नमस्ते सदा वानराधीशवन्द्य नमस्ते नमस्ते सदा Ramachandra. What is common among the four sons of King Dasharatha? Well, the answer lies in one Rashi and you will know more in this video. Namaskaraha, welcome to JyotishShastram channel. It's time to talk about the next Rashi, Kataka or Cancer. Kataka is the fourth sign in the Zodiac belt. In this video, I will break down the characteristics of a Kataka per individual and what traits a Kataka can correct. When I say Kataka, it could be your Janma Rashi or Janma Lagna. What is Janma Rashi? This is the position of the moon when you were born. Watch this video for more details. What is Janma Lagna? This is the first house that is identified based on your date of birth, time of birth and place of birth. Again, you can watch this video to know more. Kataka Rashi is a constellation of nakshatras. Nakshatranam samuhaha is Rashi. What all nakshatras constitute a Kataka Rashi? A part of Punarvasu nakshatra, precisely the last 1/4, falls in Kataka Rashi. Complete Pushya and Ashlesha nakshatras fall in Kataka. So when you say your Janma Rashi is Kataka, then you could either be Punarvasu, Pushya or Ashlesha nakshatra. An interesting trivia, Sri Rama was born in Punarvasu nakshatra that falls in Kataka Rashi. A few hours later, Bharata was born in Pushya nakshatra. Hence, he is Kataka Rashi as well. And hours later, Lakshmana and Shatrughna were born in Ashlesha nakshatra, which again falls in Kataka Rashi. So all the four sons of King Dasharatha have Janma Rashi as Kataka Rashi. Coming to the core part of the video, who is a Kataka Rashi individual? How do they deal with their finances? What is their expectation in their relationships? How is their career? How do they look? Etc. Along with this, we will understand the source of these characteristics noted in our scriptures, that is from the astrology book of knowledge, Sage Parashara. And most importantly, at the end of the video, I will provide tips as to what should they modify in their personality to avoid issues in relationships and have a better health. I'm Archana Murthy and welcome to this episode. Let's begin. What does Karkataka mean? It is a crab. Why is this sign called a crab? In the Bhachakra or the Zodiac belt, our ancestors divided the belt into 12 signs, and based on how the sign appeared, it was given a name accordingly. For the list of 12 Rashis and the high-level details, you can watch this video. Here, we are going to focus on Karkataka. So, this constellation or Rashi look like a crab, and hence it was named Karkataka, or in short, Karka. It is also called Kulira and Karki. These are synonyms for crab. Kataka, which also means a collection, a bracelet, a circle. Hence, the symbol for Karkataka sign is also crab. It represents increase and decrease, ebb and flow, etc. Just like the 10 legs of the crab, we will look at 10 areas of Cancer. Parashara's interpretation of Cancer, physical appearance, mental capabilities, nature of personality, and so on and so forth. Parashara described Karkataka as Patalo Vanachari Cha Brahmano Nishik Viryavan Bahupadacharaha Haulya Tanuhu Satvaguni Jali Prushthodayi Karkarashi Mrudankadhipati Smrutaha. This shloka means the sign Cancer is pale red in complexion, resides in forests, Brahmin by caste, and is strong at night. It has many legs and has a bulky body. It is Satvika in disposition. Its element is Jala or water. It rises with its back and the moon is regarded as its lord. How does a Cancerian look? Usually above average height with upper portion of the body more than the lower part. A round face with fuller cheeks, has a short nose, a pale complexion with small hands and feet. A Kataka person tends to put on weight later in life. How about mental capabilities? A Kataka person has good thinking and imaginative power, with great memory and tenacity, and extremely loyal and responsible. Also stubborn and determined. The fear of ridicule or criticism makes a Kataka person discreet, diplomat, and conventional. Nature or personality of a Cancerian is like that of a moon. What do I mean by that? A Kataka person is oversensitive, secretive, emotional, short-tempered, and impatient, but is social, sympathetic, affectionate with everyone and selfless. Cancerian is impressive, magnetic and talkative at times. Is interested in exciting subjects. Is also fond of change or novelty and loves to travel. Fears physical danger but is brave mentally or morally. Did you know every Rashi governs a few parts of the body? Mesha represents the head, Vrishabha, the face and throat, Mithuna, shoulders and arms. If you want to know the complete list of 12 Rashis with its connection to the parts of the body, I've covered it here. In the current episode, we will look at Kataka Rashi's connection to body limbs and organs. Kataka Rashi governs the heart, breast, upper portion of stomach, lungs and upper thoracic area of the back. It also impacts intestines and the fluids in the stomach. If in your horoscope, Kataka Rashi has benefic planets stationed, then these corresponding body parts will be healthy. But if malefic planets are stationed, then these parts will show some defect and may be unhealthy. Cancerians tend to have fragile health in youth, but as age advances, they will be better health-wise. As Kataka Rashi governs chest and stomach, a Cancerian tends to get easily nervous and worried. How is diet and nervousness or restlessness connected? Gut is the second brain and affects your emotions extensively to have a fear complex, anger issues, hysteria, which is very well explained by Dr. Kulreet Chowdhury in her book, The Prime. Weak digestion, gastric problems for a prolonged period causes dyspepsia, flatulence, rheumatism, gallstones, and sciatica. Gut health is brilliantly explained in this podcast by Dr. Pal. You should check it out. Especially Kataka individuals should take care of their diet as their gut is prone to issues. Cancerians are also prone to lung-related issues such as flu, cough, asthma, bronchitis, etc. Places that Cancerian would like to visit often, Cancer or Kataka is a crab. And like a crab, even Kataka individual is drawn to watery areas such as riverbanks, sea, fountains, pools, wells, tanks, gardens due to trees and moisture. Kataka also loves to visit holy places. How about career? Is a Kataka person inclined towards career? A Kataka will be a good teacher, orator, has the ability to preach and can be a good influencer. Will be interested in developing Vedic and sacred texts. A Cancerian is industrious, hardworking and is well suited for a commercial career. You would want a Kataka person in your team who would be your right hand to ensure the projects run smoothly and take over end-to-end responsibility. Career related to water such as sailors in navy, submarine, shipping departments, import or export, transport, travels or education department, or related to water such as conches, pearl, fish, etc. They are also good contractors, caterers and restaurant managers. A Kataka sees ups and downs in professional life. Most importantly, they cannot tolerate dishonesty in business. How do they handle finance? Cancerian accumulates wealth by self-effort and is interested to have multiple sources of income. They are usually fortunate finance-wise. Cancerians are very careful with their money and not extravagant. How does a Kataka handle relationships? A Kataka loves home, is devoted to family and enjoys a settled family life. Will be a good parent and provide education and comforts to children. Is fond of collecting antiques for home and goes on journeys with family. Is social, likes to maintain friendship and hosts friends wholeheartedly. If you are friends with a Kataka, then you know you have a friend for life. Cancerians are open and frank, but when it comes to sentiments such as loyalty, sincerity in domestic life, they believe action speaks louder than words. They show loyalty through action, but choose not to explicitly express it in words, especially to their partners. Their partners get easily impressed with their behavior and find Cancerians to have a magnetic personality. A Kataka person is extremely honest, true to self and others, cannot understand and tolerate dishonesty, like I said before. A Cancerian can be stubborn, determined, but also fickle-minded and changeable. So if Kataka person's horoscope is not very strong, then he or she can easily get influenced by people and end up spoiling their relationships. A Kataka husband is devoted to his wife, will desire a homely girl and please her. But he may interfere in routine household matters, criticize and create an unpleasant atmosphere. So if your husband is Kataka and then make him aware of his meddling nature and he will tone down the criticisms. A Kataka wife is sincere, loyal, and devoted to husband, affectionate, dutiful, patient, pleasing, and sympathetic. A good mother offers spiritual strength to husband and children. She can be moody at times. She cannot tolerate being neglected, overlooked, or ignored, and can become stubborn and inflexible as a consequence. So if your wife is Kataka and suddenly seems irritated or annoyed, then give your undivided attention to her by spending time with her, asking her about the day's activities, and she will automatically get back to her cheerful self. As a student of astrology, what are the additional details you need to know about Kataka Rashi? After this, I will let you know what personality traits Kataka person should modify to lead a better life. Kataka is an even sign and a female sign. As a Kataka, if your horoscope has more female grahas in female signs, then you will be more smooth, delicate, nurturing, and intuitive by nature. Whereas if your horoscope has no male grahas in male signs, then you will be daring and dashing. Kataka is a chara or a movable sign, which means Kataka is mentally active but will think twice before making any decision. Could change their homes frequently as well. The Varna is Brahmin, color of Kataka is white, and the favorable direction is north. Kataka, a crab, is Jalatattva, a full watery sign. Jalatattva Kataka will be like water, have an excited nature, fickle-minded, easily influenced by others, adjustable, and has too much of mental activity. It is multi-foot, Rishtodaya, that is rises in rear with the tail first, is strong at night, has a phlegmatic temperament, and has a Sattva Tattva. Kataka is a benefic sign as well. And now coming to the traits that as a Kataka you can modify or correct. As a Cancerian, you know you're led by emotions and imagination. Have many wandering thoughts which makes your mind restless. So my suggestion is learn to be patient, control your emotions to avoid anxiety, and instead develop the spiritual side. Meditate, go for long walks. Yoga will also help. When you get oversensitive, you tend to get short-tempered and be vindictive. So you need to recognize that your emotions are making you moody. So try being practical. Avoid inferiority complex and not be vindictive or passive. You do tend to put on weight later in life due to a sedentary lifestyle, and you know that you are most productive when you are active and calm. So try to make time for your physical activity. To overcome nervousness, anxiety, restlessness, take care of your digestive system by having a reasonable diet and avoid alcohol. As you are a Jala Rashi, you are prone to lung related issues, so as much as possible avoid choosing cold locations to live in and take warm food in every meal. If your horoscope is not very strong, then you can easily get influenced by people and end up spoiling your relationships. So if you're having relationship issues, then think back to a recent conversation that you had with a friend or a family member, and if that made you behave with your partner to cause this issue, that should make you mindful and aware to avoid such issues in your relationships. As a Kataka husband, you tend to interfere in routine household matters, criticize, and create an unpleasant atmosphere. So please avoid micromanaging your wife to have a happy family life. As a Kataka wife, you can be moody at times, as you cannot tolerate being neglected or ignored. This could lead to more issues and unhappiness. So please try to be busy and independent in every activity and not overly dependent on any individual, be it your husband or family. This will make you emotionally detached and less affected by others' behavior towards you. So that should give you a pretty good idea about a Cancerian and brought awareness of a Kataka personality. With awareness comes insight, and I want you to have JyotishShastram insight to plan your life better. Dhanyavadaha.